This is our match preview. Link for the show is above my head. I asked our guest one simple question. What is your gut meter for this weekend's game against Sheffield United? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not confident, 10 being absolute walk in the park. Let me know yours in the comments.
If I compare it to obviously our last game, but I would actually compare it more to the last show that I was on. If you remember, that was when we got that young man from Norwich. So we then obviously signed a few other players since then, in that sort of like couple of days before the Derby game. And it felt very sort of positive. Obviously, the result against Derby wasn't all that great. And, you know, look, past players have moved on, all that sort of stuff. And it's a different sort of conversation, really. But I think what we really need to do is get behind the boys now. And, you know, this is a new team. And I think my sort of gut feeling really is that just try and think positively, and I'm going to go for, you know, probably an 8.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I thought you were building this up there to then take us back down again. Woody Wood says 5. Adrian says 7. Colin's right with you. He says 8. I'd love to know your gut meter reading in our live chat. And if you're watching on catch up as well, you can make a comment. You can let us know. Lynn says 9. Lynn's gone for a 9. Lynn's coming into this next portion of games, really feeling it. I love that, Lynn. 80 says 7, and Beard also says 8. So you're not alone in the confidence stakes. You're all a little bit more confident than I am. Remember the word town, all in caps, because we've partnered with Match Bingo to give you a deposit bonus. You can get 200% bonus, and while the deposit bonus is bonus cash, it can't be withdrawn, but the winnings can be. 200% bonus using the word town, all in caps. But remember, terms and conditions do apply. You must be 18 or over. Terms and conditions apply. Please, whatever you do, gamble responsibly. Over 18s only. Visit begambleaware.org for more information. Links to Match Bingo in the description, or scan the QR code on screen next to their logo to play now. I have to be honest.
What are you then, Gov?
It's a great question. What am I? I'm not much off an 8. I'm probably a 6. Probably a 6. You know, a high 6 and a low 7. Sort of that in between. That's that in between stage there. And I was talking to the F1 boys when they did their show just before ours. And the last time I saw a home win was Chelsea of 2024. Right? So that was December 2024, Chelsea at home. On the last day of the year, or the last game of the year. You know, look, I love my team. In fact, you know, I went as far as to say on the last show, I love my team more than I love my family, which I didn't quite mean to say, but I've had to sort of own. So I'm desperate for that win. I'm desperate for that feel-good factor. And I think with the players we've brought in, you're absolutely right. No reason why you can't get behind them, and no reason why at all. I mean, if you saw Cinderella Egley's goal for his international side in the last few days, it's a hell of a finish. It's on the rounds on the social media. That's one you've got to be excited to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a player that I think we've been linked with for probably a lot of the transfer window. He's a player that I think sort of gets you off your seat without really seeing too much of him play, just based on what his profile is. And I think ultimately he's a player that I think will possibly suit the way McKenna wants to play. You know, he's a versatile player as well, where can play anywhere across the kind of sort of front three, you know, all that sort of stuff. So for me, he's a very good signing.
You've reached the end. Thank you so much for watching. Hit here to subscribe. It's totally free. And hit here for more Talking Town videos. I'll see you on the next one.